Our objective for today, I can multiply polynomials. Read together. 1, 2, 3. I can multiply polynomials. So this is a part 2, kind of like when you watched episode 1 of Star Wars, and then part 2 came. This is the part 2. And for this one, you don't need a Freire model because we already know what polynomials are, right? We don't need steps because we know what the steps are. We wrote them yesterday, right? And yesterday we did some practice. We did this one, and we did them with tiles, distributive property, and area model. Remember that? Yes, basic cube. Good. And then we did this one and this one. You did them by yourself using distributive property and area model. From there we did these, yes? And then you did that one. And remember, for this one we used commutative and associative properties of multiplication. Yeah? Yeah. Okay. From there, I went to this one. Remember that? Okay? And we stopped right there. So, copy this one. Example 2C. 2C. And after correcting homework, I saw some common mistakes for some of you. So that's why I want to see, get it? 2C? I want to see if you guys see what I see. All right? So, okay, copy that and pens down, please. Be nice. All right, here we go. So, what I'm going to do is first show you some parts. Everybody look up to the screen, please. Here it goes. First part. In here, we have a polynomial. And I'm going to take this one out. Watch. I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it over here. And I'm going to stretch it so you guys can see that there are two parts. Part 1, part 2. Therefore, it has two terms. Are we there so far? Okay. So, since we are multiplying, that means that this factor, the factor that's multiplying, is 6pq. Does everybody see that here, right? Okay. So basically what I'm going to do is multiply this times this term and this times that term. Okay? So here we go. So, I'm going to begin, and I'm going to say, I'm going to multiply this one times the first term. And I said numbers times numbers, variables times variables. Okay, here we go. So what is 6 times 2? 12. P times P. P squared. P to the second. And then from there, this one has a Q, but this one does not. So since it doesn't have a Q, I just carry the Q and I place it there. Now, did you guys catch it? Yes, right? So now check this out. I already finished with the first term. Now I'm going to go to my second term. So I'm going same factor, but now times the second term. Therefore, I need a coefficient here, which is what? -1. Is that correct? Numbers times numbers, variables times variables. What is 6 times -1? -6. What is P? Is there another P here? No, I carry it over. And what is Q times Q? Q to the second. Now, before you copy this, pay attention, please. Some of you did up to right there, great. But you wanted to do this. Some of you did this, which is combining this. This is incorrect. Now let me show you again why. I said, when we have something like this, what is happening in between? It's subtraction, right? But if I change this to add the opposite to the second number, then, add the opposite of the second number to the first, it becomes an addition. Is that correct? If we add, we can only combine if and only if we have the exact same variables with the exact same exponents. So watch. We have the same variables, yes, but this p is a squared, and this one is a 1. This q is a 1, and this one is a... So can I combine the 6 and the 12? No. Everybody understand? Therefore, this is already simplified. Copy that, please. Here it goes. Copy this next one, please. See if you can multiply that one using distributive property. And by the way, we are using distributive property, right? Okay. So use distributive property. Find me the product for that one. It says multiply, and we got 3ab times 5a squared plus b, close parentheses. I'll give you guys about 45 seconds. Go. Okay, here it goes. Yeah, you called me? Oh, cubed. I thought you said cube. All right, here we go. So I'm going to start with my factor, and I'm going to multiply this times the first term. So let's see. 3 times 5, that's 15. A times a squared, that's a to the third. B times, there's no other b, so I just carry that next to that. Hands if you got that on your first term. Okay, good. Next, I'm going to use red now, and I'm going to go under. Here we go. 3ab times b. What is the coefficient here? 1. For some of us, we need to write the coefficient because our brain is going to start playing tricks on us in the next phase that we're going to get into right now. So what is 3 times 1? That's 3, and it's a positive. A times, is there an a there? No, we carry it. And what is b times b? B squared. Now, the question is, can I combine this an extra step? No, because they have different exponents on the variables. They're the same variables, but they have totally different exponents. Look at this one's a cubed, and this one is a to the first. This one is b, and this one's b to the second. That's why we cannot combine the coefficients. So at this point, we are done up to right there. Are we there so far? Okay, copy this next one down, please. See if you can do this one instead of distributive property. Use the area model. Here, I'll help you set it up. Here it goes. Area model. Here goes the extra help. Move it to the right. There you go. What? I did. There it is. That's my help. Just kidding. Here we go. So here on this side we write 5r squared s squared. And above that we write r minus 3s. And after the first term, everybody look up. Look up. Look up. After the first term, look. What's the first term here? R. After that, you're going to draw a line down. And now we broke down this rectangle into areas, right? So find me the areas, please. Go. Here we go. So, let me find the area of the first part of that rectangle. Here it goes. This whole factor times that one. What's the coefficient here? 1. So 5 times 1 is 5. R squared times r, that's r cubed. S squared times no s, so therefore it's s squared. So far so good? Next, this same one, now I'm going to multiply times that one. So 5 times negative 3, that's negative 15. R squared times no r, I'm going to write r squared. And s squared times s, that's s cubed. Hands if you got that. That is correct. Okay? So far so good? Do this next one by yourself. You can choose any method you want. It says, oh, both? Okay, let's do both. Alright, both methods. It says multiply 1/2 x squared y times 6xy plus 8x squared y squared. Close parentheses, go. Both methods, you got 40 seconds. Go. Alright. Help me with the area model. Here it goes. I'm going to help you out. There you go. What do I write here?
Half x cubed y.
x squared y. Very good. And what goes up here?
6xy, and then what? 8x squared y.
Okay. Am I done setting up?
No.
What do I do?
It's put like a line.
Line down at the after the first term, okay? So let's multiply. This times this. What do we get?
I got 6.5x cubed.
Okay. Let's see. We're multiplying 1/2 times 6. If you don't see it, write it out. Here it goes. 1/2 times 6.
Oh, we have 2 to my
So therefore, this becomes 6 over 2, which becomes what? 3. Okay? Yeah, if you want to change it into decimal, that's fine. So what is x squared times x? Yeah.
Oh, x to the 4th.
X to the 3rd.
Oh, sorry, I thought it was 7 x.
Y times y.
Y
Squared. Okay, so far so good. And let's do the second part. This times this second term. So what do I get?
4.
4, and it's a positive.
Yeah. 4
X squared times x squared.
4
X to the 4th.
and y to the 3rd.
Y to the 3rd. Can we combine anything else after that? No, because they have a totally different exponents on the variables. Have you got that? Okay, good. So let's continue. Copy this one. Now, what we just did was a review from last night's homework. This is what's coming in tonight's homework. So copy that. I'm going to go over this one. It says, example 3a, and I have multiply. And they're showing parentheses s plus 4, close parentheses, open parentheses, s minus 2, close parentheses. Okay? Pens down, pencils down. Okay. Now, here he goes. I'm going to start with the area model. And I'm going to focus on the area model with these and the ones that are coming up. So check this out. I'm going to draw my rectangle. And I'm going to write my first factor on this side. S plus 4. Everybody see what I'm doing? And I'm going to write this one here. S minus 2. Are we there so far? Now check this out. After the first term, I draw a line down. But this one has 2 terms. So after the first term, I'm going to draw a line down. No, a line across. So now check this out. Look up to the screen, please. So why do we break it up into areas? Because check this out. If I was to cover this term, what do you see? Something that we've been doing already, right? S times S and S times negative 2. However, if I was to move, oh wow. If I was to move this up, sorry. If I was to move this up, what do we have? 4 times S and 4 times negative 2. You guys see that? So now, check this out. This is how it's going to work. I'm going to start multiplying to get my area. So I'm going to start with this one. S times S. What is that? S to the second. S times negative 2. Negative 2S. And why negative 2S? What is the coefficient here? And what is 1 times negative 2? Negative 2, and you carry the S. Are we there so far? Alright, I'm done with that term. So now check this out. I'm going with this term. It's a positive 4, so 4 times S, that's 4S. 4 times negative 2, what is that? Negative 8. And right now, check this out. I multiplied, and I'm done with multiplication. Listen to what I just said. I multiplied, and I'm done with multiplication. Tell your neighbor what I just said, please. Okay, copy that, please. One eyes up here. I'm not done. I'm done with multiplication. Everybody with me? So watch. I'm going to write whatever is my area, I'm going to write it down here. Here he goes. What's here? S squared. What's next? Negative 2s. What's next? A positive 4s. And what else? Negative 8. Are we there so far? Now, if you look at this, this looks familiar from our lesson from adding and subtracting polynomials. Doesn't it look familiar? At this point, I'm going to check if I can add. But what needs to be the same? The exact same variable with the exact same exponents. Do you see anything that we can combine? Negative 2s and the positive 4s. Is that correct? Since they have the same variable, I write it down here. What is 4 minus 2? 2, and it's a positive. I bring this down, and I bring this down. And I'm done. Copy that, please. But the reason that I wanted to bring to your attention that I was done with multiplication, because some of you at this point still get confused and you think we're still multiplying. Does everybody understand that?
Yes.
I'm trying to show you the difference. We multiplied here, we're done, and then we go into here. Now let me show you with the distributive property. Here it goes. That's why I told you to write this to the right. Is that correct? Alright, so watch. S times S. S squared. S times negative 2. Negative 2S. 4 times S. Positive 4S. 4 times negative 2. Negative 8. Isn't that the same as this?
Yes.
And then we combine and we simplify. You got it?
Yes.
Same thing. This is distributive property. This is using the area model. Yes, me too. I like both of them, especially since some of you suggested we do both for homework. Yay! So now check this out. I'm going to go to the next problem so you guys can see how to set up the next problem, but I want to get to the one that has more terms. Yay! Okay, here we go. Watch. Look at this next one. Don't write this down. Just pay attention. Look up. This says x minus 4 to the second power. What does that mean? That we need to rewrite this. X minus 4 times x minus 4. Do you know what to do from there? Yes, you use the area model or distributive property. Everybody with me? All right. Where I want to get to is this next one. Watch. Copy that one, please. Example 4a. This is the fun-er one. And we're going to use the area model. Yay, our favorite. Yay. All right, here we go. I'm going to help you set it up. Here we go. Draw your rectangle. A little bit longer than usual. And watch. I'm going to write my first factor here on the side, x, and notice I'm going to write the negative next to the 5 so that I know that the negative is with the 5. On top, I'm writing my trinomial, x squared plus 4x minus 6. Line down here, and line across like this. So, what is x times x squared? X to the third. What is x times 4x? 4x to the squared. What is x times negative 6? Negative 6x. We're done with that row. Now we're going with the next row. What is negative 5 times x squared? Negative 5x squared. What is negative 5 times 4x? Negative 20x. And negative 5 times negative 6, that's positive 30. And check this out. It works the same. I'm going to start with this one. X cubed plus 4x squared minus 6x minus 5x squared minus 20x plus 30. Are we done multiplying up to right there? Yes. Now we're going to combine. Can we combine anything here? Let's see. Do we have another x cubed? No. I bring that down. Up. Cubed. Do we have a x squared? Yes. So what is negative 5 plus 4? negative 1x squared. Then I got negative 6 and negative 20. What is that? Negative 26x, and at the end, plus 30. And that's how you do those. Homework for tonight is found on pages, what? 514 through 515. Numbers 1 through 23 odd. Have a good one. Enjoy your homework. See you guys tamales.
I thought you were going to say negative 23 actually on the call.
Bye. And that's an ugly 5. Let me change that. There it is. No.